You are watching Israeli Salad on Israel National TV.
On one of our recent programs, we heard about an increase in the volume of water in the Kinneret, Israel's main water source. Nevertheless, Lake Kinneret is not big enough to provide for all of Israel's long-term water requirements. Israel does have other significant sources of water. The problem is that that water contains salt. And no matter how much you like salty food, this water is absolutely not drinkable. Kibbutz Ma'agan Michael, in a joint venture with Ionics, an American corporation, opened Israel's first non-government-owned water desalination plant. Yossi Arad, the plant supervisor, took us on a tour through the plant and showed us how the water is purified.
We see here the main pipe that draws salty water from 14 places underground. The water is first roughly filtered to remove sand. After these filters, the water goes through microfilters to remove anything over 5 microns in size. The water then enters the factory for desalination. We're now next to a desalination unit. Here, the salt water goes through the process of reverse osmosis, which means that these pumps force the water through a membrane that separates the water from the salt. The desalinated water comes through here, and these taps have filtered water. In the process, 80% of the water becomes desalinated, while the remaining 20% is discarded in the nearby fish ponds. We produce 1,100 cubic meters of clean water every hour. After we remove the salt, the water is essentially without any mineral content. From these blue units, chalk and calcium is dissolved to an amount that is appropriate for drinking water. The water goes through intensive tests held by the Health Ministry because we're producing drinking water. We add chlorine to the water according to international standards. At the end of the process, the water goes through tests to see if it fits criteria as drinking water. This is the point where the water is pumped to the main water pipes through which it reaches the consumer, Israel's water company, Mikorot. The water is tested as it leaves the plant. These pumps are controlled by computers inside the plant. Throughout the process, we can check the quality of the water on our computer monitors located throughout the plant. Here we see a machine that monitors chlorine levels. This one checks the water's purity, and this one checks the pH balance. This machine tests how salty the water is. In every stage of desalination, we know the quality of the water. These monitors help us correct any problems if we see a decrease in water quality.